Hey, welcome back to Paper Mario. Have you been to see Superman? I haven't got to see Superman yet. I'm fucking angry. But I assure you, though, by the time this goes up, I will have seen and enjoyed Superman.
Most likely, yeah.
I'm wearing red and blue. Is that not good enough for you?
No.
I can be like your Superman.
Yeah,
What's your I mean, so today's part of the jump ahead here. This is all still toy box
We're all
stuff.
toy time.
And we're not really advancing the plot.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We're doing objectives to like progress through the dungeon, sure.
Yeah,
but like
we're not advancing the plot.
Yeah.
You're not going to meet new characters.
This is 24
anything.
minutes of Mario does the funny in the toy box and leaves.
This is 24 hours of Mario running errands.
So if you don't like the inside of the toy box, get ready to sleep it off.
Yeah.
This could be a good time for you to have a piss break, or maybe you want to go see Superman.
Yeah, we
That's
can
in
go
theaters.
see Superman actually, because like I mean, I'm so at the time of the recording this video, this part's going up on Sunday, so everyone I think here should have at least probably already seen it. I'm probably gonna go see it later in the week with Nora, but
I'm seeing it tomorrow. Of the time that was recording.
What was like what out of the live action Superman movies? What would you say is like your favorite like design wise in terms of like the suit?
Of the suit.
Of the suit, yeah.
Because
I would have liked a little. I would have liked a brighter color palette, just a bit, not like garish.
Yeah.
But I do like the Henry Cavill suit.
I don't mind the Henry Cavill suit. I think he fills out the suit nicely.
Yes. He's got a wonderful body chest too. Like
yeah,
he does.
He's got
just creeping out like weeds.
The chest hams push the S out significantly.
Cavill feels like I feel like Cavill would have been a better Superman if he had a better script to go with it.
Probably.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like his Clark Kent, but his Superman is great. I'm a big fan of this movie, and I will defend this movie forever.
I know what you're about to say.
Superman Returns.
Yeah.
I think Brandon Routh.
Yeah.
I think
Brandon
his
Routh,
Clark
I think,
Kent
was a great Superman.
was fantastic. I think his Superman was fantastic, and I loved his suit. It was the traditional colors, but it was a little more muted. It wasn't the bright red, bright blue.
Yeah.
But it also had some texture to it.
I think it served the theme of the movie.
Yeah, it did very like I think everything about it was a perfect combination of the Christopher Reeve classic Superman and a more modernization of it. And I thought all of that worked perfectly well. And I don't have any large notes on that movie, but I don't understand why people just gave it so much crap.
I think it's exactly that, what you just said, because you have no large notes in the movie. It is a very there Superman movie. Because I went to the theaters to go see that because I was really excited for it. And not for nothing, like I got my problems with Returns. I think at the end of the day, it's a boring movie. That's my problem with it. It's a very boring.
You think it's safe?
I think not
safe.
Think it's safe. I think it's very uneventful. You know, because and I also don't like the I don't like the implication of Superman's son in that movie because you know. You remember because Superman Returns is in the Reeve continuity. It's supposed to be in that
It's supposed
continuity.
to be like 5 years after.
And if you remember, I think it was Superman 2, where he kisses Lois Lane to wipe her memory.
Yeah. That really weird
That was
scene.
a weird.
And then she has a kid later on. That's Superman's kid.
Kryptonian date rape.
Yeah. Not the Kryptonian date rape. But you know that was an aspect of the film that always kind of like rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, I kind of sucked ass.
And of all the memories to force somebody to forget, maybe he can make out with me a little bit, and we can get rid of Superman 4.
Yeah. but like
I don't know, man. The trauma that breaks you is that what makes you, man. Sometimes you just got to deal with the pain.
My critique of Returns is that it was outside of some amazing set pieces, which I'll get into in a second. It is a very uneventful Superman movie. And I can't really say a lot of it's memorable outside of the one or two things I love about it. That said, the one or two things I do remember about it are some of my favorite Superman bits in the history of the movie.
The saving the airplane.
The saving the airplane, which is absolutely fantastic.
Unbelievable.
It is a great sequence.
And a long sequence.
And a very long sequence.
Because it's the shuttle. He frees the shuttle.
Yeah.
It's him leaving to go and do the thing. Like, everything about Superman exists in that 15, 20 minutes or however long.
If you watch The Boys, and if that airplane sequence pisses you off because Homelander's such a piece of shit, go watch Superman Returns and see how a real hero does it.
Yeah. It should be.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite callbacks in that scene. Do you remember there was a callback at the end of it? Do you remember it?
What was it?
Which wasn't.
At the end of the scene, when he saves everything and he's in the stadium and they speak to him
yeah,
and he
yeah.
says, and technically it's still the safest way to
Statistically
fly.
speaking, it's still the
That's a
safest way to
callback to
travel.
Superman
One.
1.
Yeah. It was it's the airplane sequence. I love the sequence when he's lifting up the entire Kryptonian island. That Luther plants on the in the ocean.
Yeah.
And honestly, what really carries that movie is the John Williams score.
Yes.
Because they use the John Williams music for that. Because I'm sorry, it's like
that really hits the Superman theme so good.
to me, that is very much similar to how Danny Elfman's Batman theme from the '89 movie is Batman's theme
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
John Williams' Superman theme is Superman's theme.
It brings it back.
And it's never,
Yes.
no other interpretation of Superman has ever come close to replicating that sense of wonder, that majesty that the John Williams theme incorporates.
That being said,
think of
while it lacks the majesty of the Williams theme, I still love the Superman the animated series intro too, just because it gets you primed for some action.
Mark is here for curiosity. You sure you don't want a headset? Let's get you a headset. Hold on.
And meanwhile,
We are pausing.
all right, welcome back, everybody. Let's resume the conversation. Go. For the record, let me
What's
just
with the
interject real
pizza?
quick.
What's with the Vietnam shy guy?
The Vietnam shy guy is a shell-shocked vet with PTSD. The medic there is trying his best to help him, but she just ain't getting through to him.
This is the shy
Also-
guy that's Ben Stiller
Yeah.
from Tropic Thunder.
What were you saying about?
Many guys are the white mages. The spy guys are the most interesting ones that are shy guys to me. Basically, what they do is they have differing attacks: a slingshot and a hammer. The slingshot's just like, a ranged slingshot attack gets by zap tap. Whenever you hit them, they go over to another. They change their weapons. If they hit you with the hammer attack successfully, they knock away your ability to either jump on them or use the hammer. And that's it. You guys go on.
All right. No, so continuing on where we left off, we're talking about like the John Williams theme for Superman just being the Superman theme for me, and no other interpretation of Superman has ever had a theme that came close, because I can't think of any of them. The only one that
Superman,
the only
the
one I
animated
could think
series
of
for me was
like Man of Steel, the Henry Cavill stuff like that. It had an okay.
It had bombast.
theme.
It had
like
Fine.
No, it was nah.
they were trying to.
That was a good movie.
They were trying to
That
do
was
the.
a
They were
sense.
trying to. I think the score they were trying to do the Dark Knight thing, because
Yeah.
Hans Zimmer's made a great Batman theme. It's not really thematic. You can't hum it. But everyone was like, in an action piece, it fucking rocks. Like I love it to death. I think it's called Molasses or something like that. Or something.
Molasses.
No, I think
Molasses.
Molasses. It's a bat.
like Colossus?
It's named after like a bat. I forgot
Chicago?
No, a bat genus.
Chicago.
No, all the music in like
Fuck.
in Big Batman.
Shish kebab.
Shawshank Redemption, Chicago.
Sorry, a little Ace Ventura tangent.
Oh, that was a fat guy.
Yep, that's fat guy over there. Basically, what Lauren has here is a roadblock.
Is this
Now
Paper
you
Mario?
can sit. Yeah.
This is Paper
yeah,
Mario.
yeah.
This is a turn-based RPG.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Released in 1999 or 2000 for the
never
Super
played
Nintendo
anything.
64.
See,
Yeah.
Mark is who these playthroughs are for, because now everybody that's seen the game is like, all right, Paper Mario, and
Yeah.
Mark is like, oh, this
I
is
thought
kind
there
of
was
cool.
that one RPG one from like the Super Nintendo.
Well,
Yeah, Super Mario RPG.
this was
Like,
well.
that one RPG you're thinking of is literally called Mario RPG.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's called Super,
I just remember
Mario.
Super
Super Mario RPG.
I remember hating watching John because I just hate the way it looked. I'm like, it looks disgusting.
Yeah. So this game, it's funny because in the last part I made a joke about this, but some people actually don't know this stuff. This game originally started as part 2. It was originally called Mario. I think it was originally called Mario RPG 2.
Yes.
And then they sort of evolved it, and they changed the aesthetic and everything, and then it became paper, and then this was it. And then the magazines came with a free demo. Remember that? Remember that? It was just a cutout.
Yeah, it was literally just a
loved it.
cutout.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a
Yeah.
cutout of Mario, and it said free demo on it.
Ultimately, at this point here, what we did way back in the earlier part when I killed the Hammer Brothers that Bowser sent down, got the frying pan, went through the side back door because let's face it, Superman was infinitely more interesting at the time. I also remember
be.
Did you guys see it?
No.
That's what we were seeing. Yeah, that's what got us
That's what
talking about
got us started.
Oh,
Yeah.
We haven't seen it yet.
It looks good.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a chance to.
Yeah.
Now you can make. Now she'll give you a cake item for this. You'll get more cakes later if you give her a cake mix item. You're basically gonna give this to Fat Guy, and he's gonna fuck out of the way.
I mean, I would too.
Fuck out of here.
I would too for a tasty cake.
No, I miss Tasty Cake. No, actually, no.
No, you don't like tasty cakes?
Well, which
So-
one?
Depends.
Yeah, it's like we have pies,
let's
we
see.
have crumpets,
I'm
we have.
I'm
Give
a
it
big
a
fan.
pies,
cake.
give it a crumpets.
I'm a big fan of the juniors, particularly the chocolate juniors.
We have to ask some clarification
The
for this
coffee
one.
cake ones
we
are
have
my
to ask
shit.
some clarification for this because I believe Tasty Cakes are Pennsylvania only.
Philadelphia.
I
It's
think so.
Philadelphia
Yeah,
only.
they're Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's Philadelphia
Yeah.
only. So Tasty Cakes are a pastry that you can only get in Philadelphia.
If you live anywhere else, you're probably buying Hostess.
yeah.
Hostess, yeah.
But
Hostess sort of
here,
thing.
it's Tasty Cake.
You know, we're
Yeah.
the only city that calls it water ice.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Which is
It's
redundant.
Italian.
Which is, to
It's
be
really
fair,
nice.
yeah, it is a very stupid name.
Stupid fucking.
Yeah.
Water ice is redundant as shit. Which everyone calls it Italian ice outside of that.
Wait, what? You put a little gasoline fuel in your car. You go get some water ice.
Yeah.
No, some
And
people.
And you
you
go
go
drop
get
some money
people-
out of the ATM machine.
And
Some
it-
people,
yeah.
some people say, some people say, and I argue all the time with this. They call it slushies, and I'm like, that's not a.
That's not a slushy. That's not a slushy. Slushy is
I
the
never
thing you
understood-
get at
What's the term?
7-Eleven.
What is the term?
That's the
water
slushy.
ice.
Water? No. Oh, you're talking about water ice itself.
Yeah,
I thought we were
yeah.
talking about
Italian
because
ice is
I know.
normally what
I
I
thought we
hear.
were talking about the difference between a slushy and a Slurpee.
I think it's because
Same
people don't want to
thing.
use the
That's the
dreaded
same
I
thing.
word.
I think that's the
so-
same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I think that's the same
Like, why
thing.
do they call them hoagies heroes? Why the hell?
That's
is that
a different
thing?
terminology,
because
though.
they save you from your appetite.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
that's good.
so like in this country, I can think of like 4 different terms we use for a submarine sandwich: a sub, a hoagie, a hero, and a grinder. Grinder is, I think, is probably the oddest one of them.
I never understood grinder.
that is a
I
dating
thought, yeah. Well, it does have the meats.
Well, when I was stationed in Missouri,
yeah.
they call it fuzzy pop for soda.
Fuzzy
Fi-
pop?
fuzzy pop
or
or
fizzy,
fizzy
fizzy
pop?
pop?
No, fuzzy.
Fuzzy?
Well, that's just
Fuzzy.
fucking wrong.
Yeah, that's what I.
Did
When I
they mean
when I-
fizzy pop?
Yeah, when I said fizzy,
Yeah.
when I said fizzy, they was like, no, but like that's like the normal thing. It's like it's fuzzy. I'm
Oh,
like,
so it's like a slang
yeah,
term over
in
there.
Missouri,
Okay.
I guess. Yeah.
God, I miss feeling that good.
Agreed.
I
but
mean,
I'll
to-
probably feel like that in Superman tomorrow.
To be fair to this guy, this is how I feel when I eat cake.
This is delicious.
He drops you a cookbook, and this allows Tasty to make with 2 recipes.
That's a
which
cook-
also greatly expands the recipe repertoire.
Yeah.
And creates some really high-end healing items. I will abuse that later in the
That's a
in the
cooked
game.
pamphlet at best, by the way. That's
I was gonna
That's-
say.
So
no,
but-
maybe the text is really small.
So the breakdown with this game is it the same thing? Princess gets kidnapped.
Yep.
Yeah,
It is
You
it's
gotta use it.
Princess-
standard Mario story.
Yeah, standard Mario stuff. He kidnaps the 7-star spirits with the star rod that I don't think we ever find out how he gets.
He just steals it.
Yeah, did we see him steal it? Because
The intro of the game.
I thought he just had it with him at the beginning.
So
No,
there
he
was
went there and
there
stole
was
it.
a star rod.
Oh, that's right.
The Star
That's right.
Spirit, and then
amazing.
Bowser's like, yoink.
Bowser's like, no, what's the name of the girl? The Magic Koopa?
Kamek?
No, not Kamek. the
Cammy.
girl. Cammy. thank you. Cammy literally tapes herself to the scene. And
That's
steals the
right.
star
That's
rod.
right.
Now,
amazing
there's
how
a guy
they-
on fire who's I have no
Mario.
idea what his stick is. Again,
Well, he's on fire.
well, yeah, obviously, but I'm wondering like if there's like some sort of 72 Shy Guy virgins for him in the afterlife for that.
Is he? So wait,
or maybe
is he?
he's a pyro.
Or maybe he's like one of those self-immolating kinds.
Oh, wait, what's his name?
You know, like
again?
they seventh.
What
They
in front? I know what you're
What's
talking
and what's
about.
his name?
Pyro guy.
Pyro guy.
Okay, so that's kind
Or
of
Fry
a weird.
Guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
Fry
gonna
Guy.
say it should be Fry Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we mean as homage to Doki Doki Panic.
Yeah. But Fry Guy wasn't a shy guy though.
Fry
No.
Guy was just a
Was just the boss.
Yeah, but it
boss
would
in
be like
Mario
a
2.
cameo name.
Yeah, like a cameo name.
Like
Absolutely, I agree.
how they have Marlis and Lich in Final Fantasy 12, but Marlis is just a snake and a Lich is just a ghost,
yeah.
and that's it. Like they're
Everybody
that's
says
the-
Marlip, but no one ever remembers Carrie.
No one remembers Carrie. from Final Fantasy.
Do you know
1.
why? Because that's something that's best left forgotten.
Hell no, Carrie's funny.
Carrie
was
sucks.
great.
I think my favorite Final Fantasy 1 NES name for the enemies was Carrie, because it's just Carrie. It's like, here's Carrie.
Well, like the psychopath from the Stephen King novel.
No, so they couldn't fit Marilith in the text limitations.
No, I
for
know.
Final Fantasy
I
1.
understand the backstory
Yeah.
to that, but
Garbage.
Garbage?
oh,
Oh, don't say that. That
this is actually
garbage.
okay.
It's fine.
I hate. Oh my god.
Sorry,
So-
we passed the game around.
Yeah, it's Final
hold on,
Fantasy 13.
16.
13.
16.
13.
No, it's 16.
No, 16 is good. 13 is trash.
It's like, Matt is like, no, he can't possibly be 16.
I don't see this. See this.
Then Matt gets a Sharpie
hold on.
marker and
I'm
then
gonna
writes
have
out the
to.
16
I'm gonna
and
have
that's
to. I'm gonna have to throw out a great line here that Matt said that 13 was good and 16 is bad. Your boos mean nothing to me. I've seen what you cheer for.
It's like I love.
No,
I
16's
love Final
good.
Not a fan of
Fantasy,
16?
Like stories and
Yeah.
stuff. I love them. But my God, I'm listening to the cutscenes and I'm like, let's go
That's-
already.
No, the one
Come
thing I
on.
don't like about what 16, the one thing I didn't like about 16 story is more so its presentation, in that I don't know what it is. It's like, you know how some stories like to do that British thing where they'll talk really soft like this in a normal way to make sure that they understand it, but the politics are interesting.
Yeah.
They talk
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this, so you can keep up with it.
We get it. Gotta shut you down there.
No, because like again, like I'm heading into 16. I've not finished it myself though, but I've also never really played more than a demo because I.
Yeah, I play like 2-3 hours of it.
My problem is that some
I
games
love
that I
it.
want to play are hours long, and it's like I'm either committed to this or I'm committed to this. And my 14 bias really wants me to play
no shit
16
on that.
because a lot of the 14 devs worked on this game.
But I got like an offer for like 3 months
Yeah.
free subscription for 14, and
Yeah.
I was like, no.
No, absolutely. Not. I don't think you'd like it. Like I'm personally speaking, I don't think you'd like
it's
it.
an MMO, right?
Yeah, it's an MMO.
Yeah, I tried the Baldur's Gate, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh god, no.
Oh, well, Baldur's Gate not an MMO, but you didn't like
It's too
BG3?
much. It's just too much.
Yeah, I don't think
It's
you'd
a
like
lot
14.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
And
The fact that every trigger is a menu item, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Shit. Options.
The only real problem I really have with 16's gameplay is that toward the end, it's like you really better use all your icon abilities because the sorting just ain't keeping up. But
yeah.
I have more than my fun with it though. At
Yeah,
least in
yeah.
terms of a gameplay thing.
And as a 14 enthusiast, 16 is just single player 14. The
Yeah.
problem is that there are measures you have to take to make it more single player aspect, which I don't think 16 does well enough, particularly with side quests and what have you.
I didn't get enough of it.
I did 2 side quests.
Yeah.
And I streamed it. So,
But I like
did
it-
2 side
I
quests,
like
and
it's-
one of them was everybody told me you have to do this one because you need to. They wanted me to experience the story, not the story, but the sort of morality choice.
Yeah.
That it presented, and I was like, "All right, I'm actually thankful that you told me to do that. 'Cause
again,
that's super interesting."
I don't have the full perspective, but I liked the setup of the game more than I did 15 because 15, and granted, this is more in part my playing style. I felt it was really easy to become aimless in 15 because you can go anywhere with your car.
Yeah.
And
16 was a lot more locked in.
Was
Yeah.
it-
Spoiler
was that
alert,
the one with
ladies
the,
and gentlemen, I
like
am
the
brain
three
farting
guys?
here.
The four
Really?
guys.
They all,
Four guys
like,
with the car. Yeah.
Spoiler alert, they all die in the end or something like that.
No, Noctis dies in the end.
Yeah, I thought like that, like, I remember watching you play that.
For a bit, yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
put like
it's-
20 hours into the game.
Yeah, and I thought it was an interesting
Yeah.
take. I thought it reminded me of 8 a lot for some reason.
8.
Yeah, he had a car.
So 7. I played
Seven had a
that.
dune buggy.
7 on
yeah.
a Doom buggy used for like 2 chapters.
Yeah.
It breaks
That's- I
down,
platinum
piece of
that game.
shit. I hate you,
The
dude.
new one.
7, yeah.
I didn't platinum it, but I
I
don't
did
really
finish
100% games anymore. But Rebirth, I ended up 100%ing. I kind of just want to keep going and playing this game.
I
I
want
wanted
to
to keep
finish
going and
that.
play Queen's Blood.
Queen's
Queen's Blood
Did
is
you beat it all?
fucking crack.
Oh,
Did you beat it all?
Oh,
Yeah,
I beat it all.
Nobody can fuck
I
with me
beat
in that.
Queen's Blood
I
totally.
am the best in
When
that.
I love that game. That's fucking. That game was like crack cocaine.
There
It
was,
was.
the level of anguish in my soul when I found out that Rebirth had a card game. And
Yeah.
and I was like, "Fuck me!"
Yeah,
dude.
I did the
because
same
I have to
thing.
like because I love Triple Triad in 8 and I love Triple Triad in 14. I'm not really a fan of Tetra Master in 9.
because
Oh, yeah.
because
Yeah.
they
Oh,
because
God.
they fucked up Tetra Master.
Yeah, they
Long
did.
story
More
short,
complicated.
no.
It's unclear. It's unclear.
Unclear.
No. Here's
like
the
Blitzball.
Go ahead,
the real problem with Tetra Master is that the instructions can be clear.
Yeah.
The problem with Tetra Master is that they included a randomizer variable in the game to make it more dynamic.
Yeah.
But it also undermines their entire fucking game in the process. In other words, what was supposed to be like a fun little variable means that any card can win or lose. It just depends on whether the game wants to fuck with you or not.
Yeah.
Like my boy Rafi, he went to school
Got
with
it,
you.
Rafi,
He
Rafi!
told me
You
just a
choose
couple
Zion?
months ago that he plays 10 only to play Blitzball, and I'm like, wow, what a
That's
loser.
weird.
You're an
Yeah, I was
idiot.
like, what a loser, dude.
That's so interesting.
yeah,
He
that's-
must probably exclusively
Yeah.
uses walkers.
Blitzball was that thing that I did because I think the game required you to do it at some point, and then I never touched it. Like, I never attempted
That
it
is
again.
the- so honestly, God, it's like,
I'm two-faced because
so,
I do like the minigame.
I'll practice Blitzball enough to win the mandatory game to get the strength sphere. That's it though. I
gotta
don't
get
care
Waka's,
about
right?
I don't care about Waka's stuff enough.
But that's
I don't
the
know-
only way
You won
get
it.
it,
Walker's
I
World Champion is
I
the best
know
one.
the World Championship. I know like the attack reels and stuff like that. But it's also just like, man, I it's hard for me to swallow Blitzball as a mini game because
Well, it's a large ball.
It is a large ball.
Yeah, I mean-
and you got to breathe underwater for like 10 minutes, like hold your breath. How do they do that? I was always wondering about that.
Oh, what was it? the lightning thing I did at 86, and I
Oh,
got
that was
hit,
the
and I
dodging the
really
lightning.
threw
Yeah,
my sword.
I can't stand that.
Which is
That's the one
funny
I can't
because
stand.
14 in the Dawn Trail expansion makes reference to that because there's one of the locales you visit is called Heritage Found, and that place is always under lightning strikes.
Oh, okay.
And then some guy says that, yeah, we heard of a story of a man who dodged lightning bolts for 200 times. If you ask me, he sounds like a fucking idiot. I was like, yeah, thanks, man.
The 9 people who did it just wept.
Yeah, me and my 8 sock puppet accounts. Anyway, these are the elite guys of the Koopa. These are the Koopa Patrol, the elite Koopa guards.
Yeah.
They have spikes on their back, so unless you got spike shield, you can't jump on them.
What is
They
it?
have a defense stat of at least
Koopanator.
1, so you can't. Koopanators. They have a defense stat of at least 1 or 2, so that means they can block your attacks pretty easily unless you have Watt. And they will charge up their attacks and call for reinforcements. The charge attack hurts like a motherfucker. I like to use D down pound on this, or just some of the star storms at some point, just so I can like get them out of my face.
I
faster.
absolutely love enemies that can call in reinforcements.
They're
And
called,
just drag
they're called
the battle out.
XP farm.
Yeah,
Yep.
maybe. Sure.
Greatest XP farm.
But
What do you
it's
think?
also it's like I want to wrap up and get a move on at some
Well,
point.
when you do,
Yeah,
when you can level up. What do you think is the greatest XP farm?
in
That,
that I can think
recalling
of,
enemies, and you just gonna
the Search Eye in Final Fantasy IV.
Final Fantasy IV.
So okay, two particular spots in Final Fantasy IV. The Alert Eye that summons the silver dragons in the giant.
Yeah.
That is the best grinding spot in the game. Earlier though, if you decide to go to the Feymart, the land of the summons, the summoners. The ones
Oh,
that call
yeah.
the ones
Yeah.
that call the enemies.
Yeah.
They're also in the Tower of Babel, I think. Or the Tower of Zot.
In
The
the
ones
Tower of Zot had
Yeah.
the
Zot?
they would
Yeah.
summon like the marionette,
not
Yeah.
Zot.
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 They would
Not
have,
ZOT.
yeah, they would summon the little marionette, but then you had the fire sword, so
Which-
you could
which-
kill them
which
in one
one-shots,
hit.
yeah.
And I would just farm them and get 130,000 XP.
Yeah. Which at that point you should be like just farming Cecil exclusively.
Yeah.
Because your party members
Kill
are still
everybody else.
switching. Your party members are still switching around.
Which one was this for?
4.
For me-
yeah, and
for
then
me-
they start the new party members start coming in at a level related to Cecil's.
yeah.
So if you
That-
level
that was
him
a smart
up,
thing to do.
it powers up
What were
everybody.
you saying about?
For me, the grinding spot for me was 10 in the Don Tonberry trick. Basically,
Oh, I
you
think I
got
know what
like
you're talking about.
you
Yeah,
got
I
like
think I
a
know what you're
weapon
talking
with
about.
triple
Yeah.
overdrive and
Yeah.
overdrive to AP.
Oh.
Then you pick a fight with the Don Tonberry, smack it in the face, get hit with karma, and all that AP overdrive goes to AP. And if it's somebody like Titus, you're losing. He's gonna die every time.
Yeah.
But that AP score is going through the fucking roof.
But everybody else gets the rewards and that
Do you
sort of
remember
shit.
do you remember a long time ago, somebody like kicked your Super Nintendo and it had Final Fantasy 3 in it,
Yeah.
and then like all of a sudden
I
I
had-
had like every freaking
Yeah.
weapon, and it was like
no.
I remember him being pissed at us for some reason. It was like it wasn't us.
Yeah,
but then
no.
like he played it, and it was like oh shit.
And then I found out, we had talked about this before. I found out you could replicate that.
Yeah, you can.
There was a way to, so there was the sketch glitch,
sketch
which
glitch.
sort of did it, but you can actually physically replicate it again. I used to sit there with my Super Nintendo and I would flick the cartridge. And
well, I guess one of us kicked it
would-
too well
yeah,
enough that
it
we
happened,
didn't do.
and it worked.
Just
There
as
was
planned.
there was some glitch about it. Would I don't know what it would do. If anybody knows, please tell me in the comment section. But it was a physical thing that would happen, and when it would glitch out the whole screen. But I guess it would glitch out the programming.
Yeah.
But I knew all of the menus, so I was able to save my
Bad
game.
decision.
Yeah.
And when that happened, and I reseated the cartridge and reloaded the game, I had a whole bunch of stuff.
Some games react differently to that sort of thing.
Yeah.
and
I just remember the guy having a blue
and I-
sword. And I
Yeah,
was like, and
yeah.
I remember Uncle
I
like,
remember-
being happy, and I'm like,
I don't know.
I think I mentioned it before, but one time where it was deliberately done. Actually, they have a YouTube channel, but the John Burton from fucking Traveler's Tales, the developer, the director.
Oh,
of it,
yeah.
he made Sonic 3D Blast, and when he made his own YouTube channel, going into like the coding and how he was able to do all these graphical tricks, he showed off the level select trick. And it's not a code; it's you smacking the cartridge.
oh yeah.
So he literally goes to the cartridge, does this, and the level select screen shows up, and the video ends. Like it's like some games react to you
Yeah.
physically touching the cartridge
That's weird.
while the game is on. I don't recommend doing it because
Yeah.
you could damage shit. You know,
But it's super interesting
It is,
that
yeah.
that's the code that you would build in.
and it's because of that we're able to get like GoldenEye on the N64, the Gedon memes where all the models go ape
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
and go fucking haywire.
Nowadays, that's just because the game was
It's
released
unoptimized
early.
and no QA
It was
testing.
released early.
Yeah.
You basically got to get this guy now to progress on. There's 4 blocks back there, the 4 color coded blocks. What you got to do basically is you got to get the dictionary and the page from the Shy Guys both in that toy chest area there. Then you can go back here, get him to decipher it, and then away you go into the next part. I also had to text that in my phone because I was like, fuck, am I going to forget this?
I do believe we're about to call it a party because I believe this is where the part ends. So Mario goes a little hunk shoe.
Why is like every bad guy there's like a good guy? Like Boo, isn't he a bad guy?
No, Mario befriends all
No,
the...
all of the
that's facial profiling.
yes, all of the partners are like enemies. So there's a Goomba, there's a
Were
Koopa,
they banned from
Troopa.
like Bowser or something?
No, they kind of really expanded on the idea that not all of them work for Bowser.
Oh,
and
come on.
there's just Goombas, and there's
Well, I guess it's like Sonic when you introduce the alligator. It's like no,
yeah.
no, we tried and it's not gonna work. And it's like, hell, even Rogue the Bat is not even a fucking thing
Rouge.
anymore.
Rouge the Bat. Yeah, careful, they'll come for you. They don't leave their house often, but when they do, they'll come for you.
And before the weekend wraps up, how about some more patron shoutouts to close out the Sunday? So shoutouts to P. Cody, Matt, Snake Fighter 64, Kazura Tunic, Engine and Tonic, Dr. Tex, Chim, Prowler, Caitlin, Lars Russell, 8-Bit Bio, DF422, and finally for today, riding on the struggle bus. I make no judgments. I still take the bus and trick when I need to. Anyway, we'll catch you guys next weekend with more Paper Mario. Have a good day, everybody.